Okay. Hello and welcome everyone to our first, I would say, the demo lecture, a long journey, what everyone will have. A quick brief about me before even we start, or what exactly is going to be the focus is more over a CCNP enterprise um, curriculum in which we will be learning first CCNP ENCOR. We will be starting with CCNP ENCOR and post that we will be focusing on CCNP NRC. And eventually, we will also have other batches of SD-WAN and other concentration exams. So, to talk further, first I'll try to give you a brief intro on myself. My name is Sumit. I have working experience of more than 12 years. Currently working with one of the oldest financial systems or financial techs across the world. Uh, my experience, and currently I'm working as an escalation engineer. My experience includes working on the design, implementation, NOC. I'm a part of X routing tag, and I have worked on various domains like manufacturing plants, banks, service provider, other product-based MNCs, as well as service-based MNCs for providing the solutions. Um, Before we move further, it would be good if I can have a quick intro on, like by everyone, what exactly currently you're doing, if you're working or you are more of a student and trying to enter into the networks part. So feel free to start in so that we will get just on how we will be conducting this course, at what pace, what is going to be the understanding level of the students. This would be good, and I always prefer to let my let it be more interactive session. Anyone? Go on. Don't hesitate. It is going to be more communication part. So feel free to talk. Feel free to introduce yourself. Okay. If no one is really interested to come forward, I don't mind taking the names. Pramod, Ashwin, Nagraj, Puneet, or
Good
Rajesh.
evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Ashwin Naikodi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently living in Mumbai.
Okay.
My qualification is a BCA pass out and 1 year experience in network engineer at Grigsoft Technology.
Okay.
Uh, Thank you. Give me opportunity to introduce myself.
No worries. So, uh, Ashwin, how your experience has been till now, working with 1 year? What have you learned?
I was learning the routing, switching, basic LAN, WAN, inter VLAN. I was configure, but I have difficult to BGP OSPF is basic is not my uh, uh,
You're not
not proper at
confident
that.
about it. That yeah. Okay.
Yes.
No worries. No worries. Once you start going through the curriculum, it will be very easy for you to understand the things. Anyone else?
As well as
Go on.
I will be configure switch in data center.
Hmm. What kind of platforms have you worked upon?
Sorry.
What kind of hardware have you worked on? Data center switches have you worked on Nexus?
Yes. I was
Nice.
fixed switches as well as server HP server. I was installed in data center.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So now it is time to learn something new, something better, go in depth.
Yes. 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 But sir, I am confused. Confused. Give me advice. What will benefit to you? CCNP Encore or CCNP security?
We will come to that part. We will come to all the question answers before I want more people to talk. Just
Okay,
give
no
a
issues.
gist about what exactly they are currently doing.
Hmm.
Anyone else? Okay, if none, we will move further. Now, I will introduce myself, what certifications I do have. I am a CCNP ENCOR certified, I'm CCNP NRC certified, I'm CCI Enterprise certified, I'm CCNP Data Center certified, I'm CCNP Data Center Operation certified, as well as I'm CCNP Identity Service Engine certified. It's some of the certifications what I'm catering, and I'm probably next year I will plan to do my CCI data center. That is what I want to focus on, but not really clear whether I'll be able to do it next year or maybe post that. Now, what exactly is CCNP Enterprise? Anyone have a brief understanding? Okay. So in simple words, basically CCNP and NP means professional level certification, what Cisco offers, and it will give you a broader and deeper aspect of enterprise networks. Now, do you know what are enterprise networks, or in generally how Cisco is divided into what kind of domains or general domains? Anyone have any idea?
Cisco exam, you're talking about Cisco exam. I have, but my
Not
name is
exam, not specific to exam, but you have enterprise networks. You have understanding of enterprise networks. What is enterprise network? What is, or how exactly the whole infrastructure is divided into?
uh,
No, sir.
SDN, SD-WAN.
Those are
This
the
is
technologies. Those are more over the technologies, but majorly focused, if you will see, you will have a service provider network and you will have a enterprise networks. Enterprise will also have a data center, which is a part of it. But have you heard anything apart from enterprise? So why? What is the difference between the two? All the service provider companies, they are basically implementing the major technologies which are focused on service provider domain, whereas enterprise is a combination where a company or an enterprise or a product-based company, what exactly are the uh, technologies required to run any company's infrastructure. It is what enterprise ideally tells you about. So enterprise will have wireless, enterprise will have wired infrastructure, enterprise will have data center, enterprise will have security aspect, enterprise will have collaboration aspect. But service provider is setting all together bit on the other side, because it is majorly catering the customers for world connectivity. That's how the two major parts have been in. That's how the whole infra has been divided majorly into the two parts. Now, what exactly CCNP Enterprise ideally would offer you is what exactly CCNP Enterprise is ideally offering you is to have an in-depth understanding about enterprise networks, which will include your routing, switching, what are the additional feature sets, a bit of data center, bit of wireless, bit of security, but major focus in enterprise will have on knowing everything bit by bit, and then NRC, which is majorly focused on the routing part. So this is how we combine the things together. Apart from that, so we have two exams. One is called as CCNP and core, which is basically the core exam, which will focus on making you comfortable with by knowing multiple aspects of enterprise technologies. So you will know bit of um, security, you will know bit of wireless, you will know bit of automation, you will know bit of switching, you will know bit of routing. This combined package is what you call CCNP and core, and NRC is majorly focusing on the routing technologies, which ideally is the full form itself says advanced routing and services. That's how it is being represented.
So
Any
Sumit,
go on.
sorry. Uh, so we would be covering NRC as well over here.
So first we will be starting off with ENCOR, and then post that we will be covering NRC.
Uh, this would be with respect to the certification syllabus.
It it would be with respect to the certification syllabus plus additional how you will troubleshoot, what is going to be your approach towards understanding the problems. Basically going in depth is what I always follow. I prefer the candidates to know in depth about whatever they are learning. So
There would be use cases.
there will be use cases. My personal experience when I was working with TAC, whatever today I am experiencing, be it at platform level, even if it is not NRC or NCORE focused, if any kind of interesting issue where instead of technology, if instead of specific product, if it is more focused on technology, I try to share such examples on what would be the approach or how the approach needs to be defined or what exactly I tried to follow to mitigate a problem, whatever was being faced, or any known bugs. If anyone, majorly, I have been teaching or training the candidates who are working with industry already. So any kind of issues they bring in, maybe they are trying to implement, they are having a doubts into their office, or they are not sure how to get the things implemented. I'll just try to help them to connect the dots.
And you said that you worked in that. So may I know which tag?
Uh,
Just
wha- uh, I was a part of a routing tag. Currently, I'm not working with tag.
Cisco, Nokia.
Yeah, yeah, Cisco routing tag. So I do have experience working with data center routing, service provider routing, and enterprise routing, specifically from tag perspective is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Now, how will you learn the whole CCNP, NRC, and ENCORE theory, which will be focused on how exactly or what are the logics, labs on how to basically do the configurations. I always make sure I'm doing packet walks, packet captures, just to show or just so that candidate should be able to visualize on how ideally the things are, or basically what you are able to imagine. If I mean, it is very simple. If I just tell you, I'll give you a very simple example. uh, OSPF neighborship criteria requirements, you must have already read about it, that they should be part of same subnet, or the flag should be matching, or MTU should be matching. But no one is bothered to explain or why exactly it is needed that the subnet should match. Why it is like if you are having a different subnet, that is absolutely fine, and people are really clueless about these things, because in CCNA no one is really um, concerned about going in depth about things. That's where you are CCNP, and then eventually at CCI level you are taught that depth level is what I always try to follow. Production network troubleshooting examples and approaches, I already just explained this same scenario, that it is moreover relevant to the approach what you are following, be it any kind of technology. If your approach is good, even if you don't know certain technology, like let's say firewall is not my primary expertise, it is moreover it sits on secondary, but I know what are the feature sets which may hamper the end-to-end connectivity on the firewalls. So you just need to know such aspects which ideally will help you to solve the problems. Feel free to ask, or comment in between, stop me if you have any kind of doubts. Now, what exactly is uh, expected from students? Consistency in learning, attendance. It means if you are having the lecture twice a week, try to make sure you are not missing it. That's where you will prioritize your career over the other priorities. Learning will eventually help you to grow over a period of time. It is it is a slow process. but this is where your confidence will get built. Those who are aiming for CCI, CCNP is going to be your base, because CCI is nothing but uh, 15 to 20% additional feature sets plus depth understanding about from CCNP perspective, be it any technology you are going from, or basically be it any concentration exam you are doing, but CCI is combination of all those things. So have this mindset ready that you are not going to miss any of the lectures. Now, before I go to the in-depth or of an enterprise, anyone having any kind of doubts?
Sumit, we would be going with the labs, means complex problems, real
Okay.
life scenarios.
I can't assure you about that because everyone have a different understanding uh, about the things. Now, if it is emulation based, if it can be emulated, then we can easily do it. But certain of the problems cannot be emulated. For example, latency cannot be emulated, or packet drops cannot be emulated. But anything which is configuration related can be emulated. So we can surely do that part.
But what troubleshooting steps should be followed if in case there's a
That is more
latency?
important. Yeah,
Ah,
that is more important part, that you need to have the understanding what exactly do you mean by latency at first, and why latency would occur. What are the probable causes of latency being introduced between source to destination? If you know the logics behind it, doesn't matter if you are able to do it in the lab or not. In the real life scenarios, you will be able to follow the approach. See, my resume have this one line that troubleshooting is always an approach. Either you learn or you solve the problem. So it is not about whether you are solving the problem. It is always about whether you are going in the right direction, and that's where your troubleshooting approach ideally helps you. So the focus is going to be, if you know the technicalities very well, it is very easy for you to troubleshoot the things.
so
Like I can.
are we going to learn the same kind of technology which you have experienced? This is what I ask first.
This is what I have been teaching for past I guess 1.5 year with networkings. Uh, I can give you the examples. How many of you know that if your OSPF is stuck in Xstart or exchange state, what is a possible probable reason?
Generally, it's because of the MTU size mismatch.
Right. Now, is it empty only one reason?
This is what I know. It can be more reason, but this is what I know.
This is where your packet captures ideally would help you. Why? Because packet captures ideally shows that from Xstart state, your communication, which ideally earlier was on multicast, gets shifted to unicast, provided it is a single point-to-point linker, basically not a broadcast network. Now, this could be another reason. Now, I can give you another depth that even if you are having a MTU mismatch, what is the solution you are aware about? That if you're having an MTU mismatch between the two, is there any command line which through which you can mitigate this problem?
I have no idea about that. I just learned the theory. This is one of the question. Mostly like interview asked.
Interviews they will ask you. Now this is where you will stand out differently, because I'll give you the logic. Have you heard this word, or have you heard this command called IPU SPF MTU ignore?
No, not really.
Anyone else?
Yes, I have.
No.
Right. Now, good. Now here is an interesting fact. Even if you configure IPU SPF MTU
It
ignore,
will ignore that MTU.
Hello,
it will go on.
sir, is it audible?
It is audible.
Just a second.
Yeah. So even if you configure IPU SPF MTU ignore, still you will not form the neighborship. Now, do you know what is the logical reason behind it?
No.
Sir, sorry to interrupt myself, Nabi, Sumit ji.
Hi Nabi. Hi Nabi, how are you?
Hi, sir. Actually, just I'm reconnecting.
No worries.
Actually, laptop is something went wrong. Myself, Nabi from Hyderabad.
Okay.
Right
Hold on,
now,
hold
I'm
on.
working as a
Hold on. We will, anyways. Now people have started talking, and I want more to hear from people. We are just discussing a bit of technical thing. Once we are done with
Sorry.
that, then I will introduce everyone to, moreover, introduce yourself and just give an idea on what exactly you're doing.
Can you please repeat once again? Technicals. Please,
Yeah.
I
So
just
what
missed.
exactly we are talking is your OSPF neighborship is stuck in Xstart or exchange state, and you know what is a possible reason could be because of your MTO mismatch. Now there is a specific command called IPOSPF MTO ignore, and even if you put it, you will the expectation is that you will form the neighborship, correct? But still it will not form the neighborship. How many of you know this, or how many of you have experienced this behavior? Okay, now this is where correlation about from different technologies or different features are important. Tell me, OSI, as per OSI reference model, OSPF works at what layer? Everyone knows this. I'm expecting some answers. At layer 3, correct? Right now, do you know? And everyone must have heard about this specific keyword called MTU, maximum transmission unit, which is basically
Yes.
right, which is basically the maximum data what you can traverse or transfer across a physical interface. Now, what is the relation of MTU with OSPF? And even if I'm again representing a simple topology, two routers, here you are having MTU of 1000 and here you are having an MTU of 2000. You expect the neighborship to be formed. You put IPOSPF MTU ignore command because your MTU is different on both sides. Now, what exactly would happen whenever R1 will create a packet or an update packet? Basically, from a technicalities perspective, whenever it will create an OSPF LSU link state update packet, it will try to club all the prefix details into single packet, or it will try to create minimum packets. What if there are 1000 prefixes? R1 has to advertise to R2. For sure, it needs some memory, right? And if your maximum MTU size is 1000 bytes, it can only create a maximum packet size of 1000 bytes. That is a use of MTU. Is everyone clear about this? Good. Now, same thing R2 will do. R2 will, and eventually, let's say that 1000 prefixes ideally needs a total size of 10K bytes. What it will do, 10 packets will be created by R1, which is LSU, which will have a details of all 1000 prefixes. Now let's consider the scenario where R2 ideally needs to send another maybe 1000 prefix information to R1. And if it again needs 10K bytes of data that needs to be transferred for 2000 for 1000 prefixes, but your MTU is how much? 2000. So what is expectation? In how much packets you will send it? 5 packets, correct? Is everyone clear? Now what exactly R1 will do? It whenever R2 will create a packet, it will create it with an MTU of 2000 bytes, which R1 may not understand, and it will drop it and it will see it as a giant packet. This level of depth is what we ideally are following while going through the technicalities from routing protocol, be it routing protocol perspective or be it switching, which is basically, I feel, mother and father of the whole networks as a part. Go on. Any kind of doubts with respect to this technical thing, whatever we covered? I am not going to talk much technical this week, considering the lesser time.
Will be the class timing, Smith?
It would be 9 p.m. IST, most probably 30 minutes here and there. 9 p.m. is last. I'll try to start before that. Probably 8:30.
Would it be on weekdays or
It would be on weekdays, only 2 days. So you don't have to sit on every day.
32?
3 hours, 2.5 hours to 3 hours. But it would be only for 2 days. Okay. It is not going to be Monday to Friday. So you just have to adjust for 2 days, most probably Tuesday and Wednesday.
Hello.
Go on.
Yeah, sir. What is the class timing?
Most probably 8:30 p.m. or 9 p.m. on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay. Today is the introduction class,
It's a,
sir.
you can say a demo class where I just want to understand what exactly is your understanding. How much depth do you need, or what exactly is your current understanding on the overall CCNA, or from your experience, what have you learned? So consider it demo, no technicality. This is just one example at what level I try to explain the things. I was just explaining that. Yeah. Hope I'm audible.
Yeah, audible. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I guess
you are audible.
I've covered the technical part. Feel free to introduce yourself on what you are doing, what are you exactly looking for forward, at
Sir,
what level.
actually, hello.
Go on one by one, please.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, this is Sriman.
Mhm.
Sir, I just missed today's class.
We have not covered any technicalities. It is just a demo.
Okay, sir.
इधर खाना नहीं होगा आज इधर बंद है वही तो बोल रहे हैं
Okay, sir.
मंदिर में है ना प्रसाद वो हमारा
Please be on mute.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Anyone else? Quick intro.
Like in this CCNP, what all concept does we cover?
Okay, let me bring you the details about that now. This is what ideally and these are the, what you can say, the detailed parts of what ideally we will be covering in. Anyways, I will be talking about it um, in a in next 5 to 10 minutes. But anything you want to ask?
Hi, sir. This is
Yeah,
Nabi.
go on. Yeah, Nabi, go on now.
Yeah,
Now you can introduce.
I need some tips. Actually, yeah, so this is Nabi from Hyderabad. Actually, I'm working as a network associate at SIFI Technologies.
Okay.
So most of the work I'm working on ring topology and fiber networking. Or we daily basis we have to resolve the tickets. Okay, we got an incident alerts. Okay,
Okay.
if any network breaks down, so we got alerts. So meanwhile, we have to communicate to with the particular vendors and as well as communicate to the customers also. So
Okay.
the main drawback is the technically is good, but I'm technically I'm average. Okay,
Mhm.
so I have to improve my technical skills as well as. Okay, so that's why I joined in networking institute. CCNA almost over, and
Mhm.
I'm revising every day syllabus in so I'm focusing on L2 level job because I'm right now I'm working as a L1. Okay, as
Okay.
associate. So
Mhm.
my goal is next level you have to come. So what are can you give me suggestion or tips any how to get
How, how much
L2 level? So
experience do
what
you have?
exactly 1 year of experience.
Okay, with 1 year of experience, very few
Yes.
companies. Ideally, what is the problem in Indian corporates? I'll be very honest about this.
Oh.
That majority of the companies ideally want, on paper you must have completed 2 years or 3 years of
Yes. Yes.
experience, post which they will give you a opportunity even to give the interview, which I
Correct.
feel is wrong, because when I started my career as an L3, I had a total experience of only 4 years into networks. So
Okay.
out of my total 10, 12 years of experience, I am working as an L3 since 2000, I would say 16. So it's been 7 years. I'm already working as an L3. So it is company to company, individual to individual. They should see the potential in you, and
Okay.
not majority of the fact which is on paper. Now, how value addition or what value addition you will be able to do by doing any of the curriculums is basically you will be able to perform good with your current job and with respect to industry, at least not now, but maybe in the time frame of 6 months to 8 months, which eventually we will take to complete our ENCOR and NRC both.
Okay.
You will be able to achieve at least complete 1.5 year or up to 2 years of your experience, and then you can apply for an L2 level job,
Okay.
or you can focus to go with Cisco TAC, which is basically not directly with Cisco, but as a company also have a TAC, which is again same like Cisco TAC, just that Aricent, which is a company owned by Capgemini now, they do hire people with 2 years experience, and whatever
Okay.
experience you will be able to get in TAC is going to be tremendously different.
Okay. And s- can can I ask one more question,
Go
if you
on,
don't mind?
go on,
Yeah.
go on, go on.
Actually, my background, actually, no, I've completed my BTech in 2015. Okay.
Mm,
2015. Then after I prepared from some government exams for 2 years. Okay.
mhm,
Then after for financially, I've started my career in private banking sector. Okay.
mm,
Because I not getting job any in technical field. Okay. So for almost 4 years of experience, I have net banking sector. But luckily I got grace. I got a job in networking field. Okay.
mhm.
So I'm focusing on total technical field. So and in my resume I'm mentioning 4 years of experience banking and also 1 year. So
So it is.
it will be drawback or benefit for me or any negative impression.
No, no, it is not. It is moreover, you can say as a relevant and non-relevant experience can be shown. So basically, our banking experience would be considered. See, total you will have a 5 years of experience, out of which relevant experience would be of 1 year and non-relevant experience would be of 4 year.
Yes.
It will not
Yes.
have any specific negative or downside. Reason
Okay.
being, if you don't show that and if you have passed out in 2015, any of the HR will consider that you are having a gap of probably 6 to 7 years,
Okay.
which will create a negative impact if you don't show it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
don't worry
Oh,
about this aspect.
okay. Ji. Got it. And the last question, sir. Actually, as per our conversation, Tuesday and Wednesday are classes going on, no?
Yeah. No,
So
they are
it's
not. They have not started. We will be starting next week or probably next
yeah,
to
next
next
week.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
next week,
Yeah.
Tuesday and Wednesday, no?
Yeah.
So it's sometimes my shift timings, rotational shifts 24/7. So it will be night shift or evening shift will be there. So can I listen the record sessions?
There are going to be recording sessions you
Yeah.
will be getting for
Okay.
every single recorded
If I'm available, I
part.
will be joined. If
Yeah. Don't worry about
unable,
Some
that.
questions.
thank you. Thanks for the support. Thank you.
Sir,
Go
I
on.
have a question, sir.
Go on.
Sir, can I cover load balancing in this course?
Load balancing in terms of platform specific load balancer or technology specific load balancing? Are you talking about F5 load balancer, Zscaler load
Yeah,
balancer?
yeah, yeah.
F5
F5
is
load.
altogether a different company, right? This is what we are talking
Okay.
about is a CCNP, which is Cisco certified. Um, the
Network
name itself
professional.
says so only Cisco focused.
Okay, there is no load balancing in this course.
There is not going to be any F5 load balancer in this course. F5 will
Okay.
have a different batches going on. Someone from, I guess I'm not sure if, who's there? Is it Gaurav on the
Yeah,
call?
yeah, Gaurav. Yeah, Gaurav.
Gaurav, do we have any F5 batch going on? I'm not sure if he's traveling, I believe. But you can, Sriman, you, Apologies, Shriman. You can get the details from Goro if there is any F5 currently batch going on, recently started, or any upcoming batch for F5.
Sir, in CCNP ENCOR, we have just some fundamentals of load balancing. Is that correct?
Fundamentals of load balancing is relevant to the routing protocol capable to do the load balancing. Let's say if you are having two paths to the destination, then it would basically load balance, right? Or another one is layer 2 load balancing, in which you will have port channels. So how port channel will ideally do the load balancing? It is basically talking about that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Go on. So before anyone speaks, this is how your curriculum ideally would look like. Now, who should do CCNP what is a prerequisite? If you know these things, feel free to start with your CCNP ENCOR. Reason, because I try to make sure maximum things I teach, even static routing or default routing is covered. ACL is also covered. I hope I'm audible. Neera, probably issue on your side. And um, even in our in-depth I go, we start from VLAN, so you don't have to worry about what do you call as technicality aspect. If you know basics about CCNA, if you are good in subnetting, feel free to enroll. Now, enterprise ideally, as I told you, is divided into two parts, which is core exam, which is called as ENCOR, and then these are specialist exams or concentration exams. It is having NRC, which is advanced routing and services, ENSWI. So this is related to SD-WAN. We do have batch for SD-WAN also. This is specifically focused on design part of the LAN. So basically LAN design. This is for wireless LAN design, or basically WLAN design. This is for wireless implementation. And this is for automation. Fully focused on automation from CCNP perspective. Now, about the curriculum, what we ideally have.
Excuse me, sir.
Go on.
Sir, I'm Harshit Bhardwaj, currently pursuing BTech. I'm in my fourth year, CGC Landra. Sir, not even a single company of networking has come in our placement. So, sir, as a fresher, is there not a career companies are
Everyone,
not recruiting freshers?
many people would be sitting over here are working with respect to networks. Networks is always considered as a what word I should use. Networks or infrastructure is always considered as a supportive part into the company. It is never being focused, or it is never focusing on a main product. Now, what network companies you have, in simple words, you have Cisco, you have Juniper, majority of the companies, you have Arista, you have Nortel switches, you have Ericsson. Now, totally depends on their tie-ups with the colleges. You will see these companies visiting. But Cisco, what I'm aware, when I was a part of Cisco, it do hire freshers every year. And it goes to specifically to Bangalore colleges. That is what I'm aware about, at least in India. Now, where are you located? What company or which
In
engineering
Chandigarh.
college you are a part of? Yeah, which engineering college you are a part of? It totally depends on that, whether Cisco is or any kind of network company is coming to your college or not. Totally depends on the tie-ups.
Okay, sir. As
But
I
in
know
terms of
only development companies,
yeah,
Java developers or full
I
stack
believe
developers.
Cisco every year do hire freshers from pool campuses. You just have to keep a track on their website. This is what I know. I have read many openings I've seen on LinkedIn where they are hiring for freshers, not only as a network engineers, but probably for developers. They need engineers for development, R&D, um, even at hardware level, because you are talking about Cisco as a hardware company, or basically it is manufacturing the switches and routers. So you would need embedded engineers, and a lot of other type of engineers are needed at Cisco. This is what I'm aware of.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
How many months duration, sir, this course?
ENCOR NRC combined, expect 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, it totally depends how much
Oh,
depth we
yes.
are able to achieve.
Yeah.
I mean, how much depth we are taking in, and
Yeah.
um, it's like if I am teaching for 2 days, which is Wednesday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I am expecting some kind of preparation or some kind of inputs from your side too, in terms of learnings, going home, reading about the things, coming back with questions. So, a lot of aspects. Now, with respect to the curriculum part, this is what we will be covering in ENCOR. This MST, Ether channels, these are your first stop redundancy protocols, everything with STP, inter-VLAN routing, multicast, if you're working into ultra low latency networks, or if you wish to go into ultra low latency networks, multicast is your thing. You know what is ultra low latency networks or trading networks? Anyone who is working or anyone who is into NSCs and BSCs and Zeroda and all those things, they are basically relying on multicast. Apart from that, we will be covering QoS, which is quality of service, wireless basics or overview, what is VXLAN as an overview, and these things, which is NAT, PAT, what is the need or what is the use case of having that. Some more feature sets which are related to the hardwares, which is what is CEF, CAM, TCAM, FIB, RIB. So these are basically related to different type of adjacency tables. These are related to.
Sorry to interrupt you. My name is
Go ahead.
Farhan.
Go ahead.
Sir, I'm also fresher.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, uh, because my CCNA is not completed now,
Okay.
I have enrolled in CCNP to ENCOR and NRC. It is right time to start the batch, or later I will join another class.
How much have you done with CCNA?
Sir, about 2 or 3 topic are left.
Then you can enroll. Don't worry about it.
Subnetting is complete, and routing and switching part also
If you ask me
completed.
honestly, if you have covered subnetting and whatever I have wrote down, which is basics of your OSI reference model, should be very much clear. What exactly is the process of encapsulation? What exactly is the process of decapsulation? Rest I'll be covering everything. You don't have to worry.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, hi Smith, everything this side. How are you?
Yep, I am good. Sorry, repeat your name. Is it Pelwan?
Yes, correct.
Go on. Nice name.
Thank you. So I want to know, like, what is the difference between ENCOR and NRC? Because I have searched on Google also, but I'm not understand deeply in this scenario because I have enrolled a master program in networking. So
Okay.
I'm little bit confused. Like the institute said it's optional, like whichever you want to, like NRC or ENCOR. So I have just enrolled for ENCOR. So what is the major difference and what we will need to learn first, ENCOR or NRC?
Okay, so ENCOR will have a lot of switching, first of all. A lot of switching in terms of a good amount of switching. All the feature sets of switching from VLAN till RSTP and everything. It will also have your FHRP, which is first hop redundancy protocol. Hope you must have read about HSRP, VRRP, at least one liners.
Yes.
Yes, so HSRP, VRRP, GLBP in depth is what you have in ENCOR. Multicast, you will not find it in any other course, nor in NRC, nor even in CCNA. So multicast is covered. QoS is covered. Now, if you see the curriculum, if you look at the screen, this is a curriculum what you will be covering into, or what we will be covering into NRC, which is EIGRP, OSPF, BGP, DMVPN, IPsec, MPLS, L3 VPN. So fully focused on routing only. NRC's full form is Advanced Routing and Services.
Okay.
Okay, so it have all the routing in depth, everything about routing, everything about EIGRP, everything about OSPF, everything about BGP. Now you will say, then what exactly are you talking about in core BGP or in core EIGRP or in core OSPF? The difference is at ENCOR level, we talk about up to certain level, not in depth, maybe 60% depth. But with respect to NRC, it goes till finite state machines of every routing protocol. Now, what is finite state machine? The how exactly the routing protocol will behave in any of the scenario. That level finite state machine is basically what we ideally talk about. IPsec or DMVPN, basically these two are required um, to have a good knowledge if you want to know SD-WAN. So if you are planning to learn SD-WAN, then these two are important things for you. Apart from that, BGP is also important. So if you have a plan to go with SD-WAN, I will say go with ENCOR, uh, NRC, and then SD-WAN. Reason being, SD-WAN's major implementation are done on DMVPN and IPsec. So you should know these concepts. Yeah, Jacob.
Okay.
Go
Okay.
on. Any other doubts you have?
Yes, yes. So, like, first I think I will be complete on ENCOR. Then I will also learn to NRC also. Then they will go for SD-WAN. So I think it is easy, right?
Up to you. If I would have been at your place and if you are part of a master program, after NRC, I will give a break to a lot of routing and I'll try to maybe learn one firewall, either Fortinet or Palo Alto. And then if needed, you can think to go with SD-WAN.
Okay, so like I have enrolled for like CCNA, but I'm just starting last batch, last week only, 26th of August. So like CCNA is going on. So after the CCNA, like, and I have enrolled CCNP and core also. So just complete on CCNP and core and then Palo Alto as
Yeah,
it
you can do
enrolled
that.
for now.
You can do that.
Okay, okay. So after that, I think we can start the job in networking at a good experience, or you can say good level of, right?
You are still a fresher?
No, I'm actually currently working as a technical support engineer. Like, I'm supporting the end user, you know.
Okay. And is it
So
part of end user computing, maybe application support or
yes,
desktop support?
yes, desktop support engineer. Yes, currently, and like last 3 years of experience as a desktop support engineer. Currently, I'm working as a technical support engineer. But role is like similar, but
Okay, what I'll suggest you is you have already enrolled with CCNA, right? So with respect to
yes, yes.
career plan, I'll tell you to get in touch with Gaurav, and if needed, he can take me in conference with you, and I can probably explain, or we can talk in depth on how you ideally should plan the things, rather than talking on a big forum here and going on in depth.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir,
Thank
same
you.
question because I'm fresher too. I don't know the career plan. Just I am enrolled in CCNP and Palo Alto and
Okay.
SD-WAN.
Okay, so totally depends on, first of all, your interest. If you really want to make your career in networks, then you are going on a right path. Even I would say, even try to focus even on CCI if you are really interested. It may take some time, but at least you will have a good amount of confidence built if you really want to do it. It have
Yeah,
multiple
but,
external dependencies.
I have to make
Smith.
career in networking.
Sorry?
Yeah, boss, I have to make a career in network.
Okay, if that is what you want to achieve, then whatever you are currently doing, just keep on focusing the things and doing the things in depth, or knowing the things in depth will always help you. So make sure you are just following that.
Okay.
Sumichi has small question.
Go on.
Yeah, actually, some of my friends are suggesting cybersecurity is going good, so I have to learn that course. So
You
my
talk
goal
to more
is,
people. You
uh,
talk to more people. They will tell you data science, AI, ML is learning
yeah,
going good. So
yeah,
again, I know I have been working in this industry for 12 years, and I have seen cybersecurity growing from a very niche initial stage, and it has grown up to certain level, and even in future it will grow. I never got the interest. I never got even the interest to learn security products till now. That's why my major focus has been into data center and enterprise, except security. That's why I always say I am not a network and security engineer. I'm only a network engineer. Now it totally depends on your interest, because if there is something which is giving you which is basically giving or intriguing you, then you would find out more about it.
yeah,
Cybersecurity, if you're reading about it and if it is giving creating a curiosity in your mind, go for it.
yeah.
Your
So,
interest is
for
most
cybersecurity,
important thing.
these are also important for us, no? CCNA, CCNP, everything we have to learn for these things.
Yes, up to certain level, yes.
Up to certain are two different parts. So that's why I'm focusing on first. I'm going to step by step CCNA, CCNP firewalls. I'm going to step by step because I don't have any knowledge on this. So I'm gaining some knowledge in every uh, course.
Understood, understood. But again, with respect to interest, if you are interested being into the networks, be into networks. If you are having an interest into cybersecurity, feel free to go into that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So, would we covering virtualization in this? The
A bit
ENCOR.
of virtualization we will be talking, not in depth. VMware, bit of VMware, as per the curriculum, on how to create the virtual machines, what exactly are the virtual machines, and all those things.
Will be having a
Uh,
depth in computes. Depth, this is means
no, no,
overview of computes and all that.
no. It is not a part of curriculum with respect to going in depth with computes.
Not depth, just an overview.
Overview. I can even talk about anything. Don't worry about overview. I can give you a gist about certain aspects, but then rest going in depth, you need to have your own preparations accordingly. Uh, Computes totally, maybe server side computes, UCS boxes, which is more over a part of a data center. Overview, don't worry. I'll cover whatever is expected.
Okay.
Go on, Upendra. What question you have?
I have one doubt. Means I have completed my CCNA just before 3 months.
Okay.
But I have not received. Just today only I have received this email.
Okay, I'll be very honest what you have to do. Still we have one
I
week's
have,
time, I would say. Okay. Still we have 1 week's time. In this 1 week, make sure your subnetting is good. Make sure your OSI reference model is good. Um, Make sure you are very well aware about encapsulation, decapsulation process. Make sure you know how switching works, how switch ideally learns the MAC addresses, what exactly will happen. And 1 week, go through the videos and you can start from next week for CCNP.
practically I am working on routing booking only. I
Uh-huh.
have to learn, means I have to revise these things theoretically.
Yeah, you can do that. 1 week is more than enough.
And one more doubt.
Go on.
I have experience with the optical microwave, but now I'm working with the routing and switching. So I want to know, means after CCNA, CCNP, ENCOR or NRC, which we have to do
First, I
first.
will say ENCOR. ENCOR will help you to build your switching skills very good. I'll maybe again, I don't want to go into the technical aspects, but many people are not really clear. If I ask them the difference between an L3 switch and a router, they will not be able to explain. So I'll always say go with ENCOR. Reason, the level of depth what we are trying to achieve with switching as well as multicast is tremendous. Uh, Apart from that, we are already covering EIGRP, USPF, and BGP uh, with 60-70% advanced levels. And then you can decide whether you really want to go in depth about NRC, where you should know the slight or minute things in OSPF or BGP, then you can think to go with NRC if needed.
Okay.
Yeah, Sonia.
Hello, sir. So I just wanted to ask about the DMVPN and IPsec. I hope you'll be covering it in detail because I
It will be
wanted.
part of NRC. It will be part of NRC. It will not be part of ENCOR.
It's not gonna be a part.
ENCOR, it is not there. In the curriculum itself, it has been defined in NRC.
Oh, because so what happened? I wanted to join these live classes, and since I enrolled a bit in the middle, they put me in Atul sir's class, and he was teaching that in the class, but he did he just like went through it pretty quick. So I thought this would be part of the curriculum.
Not with ENCOR, to be honest. With NRC, whenever we will be starting it, it will be in depth.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Also, I wanted to ask, so I have 3 years of experience, but it's been 7 years of gap because I had to relocate to the US with my husband and employment authorization and things. So finally, I want to get back. And like when I try to search for jobs, they want everything. They want security, they want cloud, they want SD-WAN, they want like everything, whatever you
Yeah,
can imagine. So
I
like,
always say the same thing. If I would have been able to achieve
why
everything in
was
3 years, I would be part of NASA, not would be sitting in India. See, it is fine. People can expect anything, to be honest. Now, how I have always perceived this thing is, you know certain aspects about everything, and then you are very good in few things. You can't be master into everything. Let's set the expectations correct first of all. You are in states or you are in India?
I'm in States.
Okay, so at least a good part about states is your market will be open. You will be able to apply. They will entertain you, which is
It's
not a
worse, I
situation in
believe,
India.
as compared to
I
India.
guess I guess now it is moreover about technicalities, how you are able to show them, and how you are able to uh, grasp. What I'll tell you, go through CCNP, ENCOR, and NRC, and then learn one firewall. That will cover majority of your aspect. Don't focus on cloud. Cloud is altogether a different ball game. Um, this will at least give you a title to write down on your CV, which is network and security engineer. One firewall is enough for you to show the skills, be it Palo Alto, be it FortiGate, be it Checkpoint, anything. And then, as per company needs, you can show them that you can quickly learn the things. This is what I can suggest you. It is going to be long journey. I would say it is not going to be easier one, but you will have to be patient.
Okay.
Which firewall is most popular?
As per Gartner rules, Gartner as a company who ideally is doing the research part, FortiGate and Palo Alto are on top, which are basically next generation firewalls.
Okay.
I'm not promoting any of the firewalls. This is from Gartner, or this is from what I have read or heard from people discussing with my friends, colleagues. This is what ideally
Yeah,
being
boss.
used.
That's why I'm asking. I'm enrolled in Palo Alto firewall.
That is fine. Any one out of the two is fine.
Okay.
Go on. Anything else?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sumiji, are you from India or
I am sitting in Pune.
Pune? Okay, okay.
One more thing. Can I speak in Hindi? Because my English is not
Don't
sufficient.
worry. Don't be afraid to speak in any language. Give a preference to English. Reason you are starting your career, you will get comfortable with your own people first. So consider this classes as your own team, and even if it is broken English, feel free to talk. That will give you the confidence to represent yourself in front of HR and in front of all the world. But no one is holding you to talk in Hindi or ask any kind of doubts.
Okay.
Sir,
Go on.
Sir, I work as a NOC engineer here in New Zealand.
Okay.
So I think I recently got access to Cisco and Fortinet devices. Before I was on level 1,
Okay.
but now I am in between level 1 and 2.
Mm.
So I just wanted to learn, like, because I'm currently working on production environment, so I need to learn all the things quickly, and so I think I know most of the overview, but I do not know in depth. So, and when you work in the production environment, it's you need to have proper knowledge and to see how things works. So how I can achieve that quickly, and
Okay.
what I need to done.
Let me be honest with you. Quick thing is never going to last for long.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it will take some time for you first to adapt or to become familiar with the things. More practice you do at home is what will help you to build the confidence.
Yeah.
Now, write down the technologies which are being used in your office. What routing protocol are you using? What security feature sets you are using on firewalls or on routers, let's say. um, and then try to read more about it and try to practice more in terms of lab about it. That will help you to build the confidence. See, as per me, configuration is just about practice. But if you don't know what exactly you're doing, writing down a command is not a big deal. Understanding the command is more important aspect. Why
Yeah.
you are executing any kind of command, what exactly it will impact if you are executing a specific command, and having that understanding is more important. So write down a feature sets on routers. What are the feature sets you're running? What kind of ECLs are there? What kind of routing protocols you have? And then start practicing those. Start reading more about those. Eventually, because I can't just create a custom course for you as per your requirement. It will
Yeah.
it will hamper all other things, or you will have to enroll on one-on-one basis or one-to-one basis where we will be focusing only on your requirements, which may take another 2-3 months for sure easily. So it is moreover about do practice, do a lot of labbing at home. That will help you to build the confidence.
So we normally work on BGP OSPF and on Fortinet Firewall. And I think it's the VDOM concept on all Fortinet Firewall. So I think I know the concept, but I need to know how things implemented and how thing works. So that part, I think I still need some knowledge about those things. Once it's in the production stage, we can't do any
Changes. So
any
that's
changes.
where you do practice at home, make changes in your own lab. That will help you to build the confidence.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sudeep,
thank
go
you.
on. Sudeep, you have any question? Let me see if I'm missing any chat.
And sir, can you give us some lab or something, or which will help us to achieve things in a better way, or
Lab, whatever I will be creating on my own, same lab access you will have.
okay.
So whatever we will
Yeah.
be doing in the actual class, same lab you will get an access to.
Boss, we will practice on Cisco packet or
I can't hear
network.
you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Boss, we will practice on Cisco packet tracer or
No,
end up
we will
looking.
be practicing on the labs of networkings. Everyone will have access to that.
Yeah, right.
Who else? Sudeep, I guess you are
Yes. Yeah, sir. Yeah,
go
am
on.
I audible?
Audible. Go on.
So I just want to know. Actually, I did the CCNA in December, January. Okay, but as per my job role, I'm not in continuing practice, and actually, I'm looking for a NAC product right in Delhi. So I don't have any most experience in switching and basically switching and routing. Okay, so but I did the CCNA classes in December and January. So can you tell me if any queries regarding as per the prerequisites, will you resolve this?
If
Will
you have
help to
any
resolve?
doubts,
yeah.
yeah,
If
yeah,
I have any
absolutely.
doubt or if
Go on, you can
yeah.
ask for the doubts. See, doubts, asking the doubts. I believe we also have a portal where you
Yeah.
can just put on your doubts and anyone can answer them. So don't worry about these things. Whatever doubts you have, we can get them covered. I won't be able to explain you the whole concepts. Like if you end up coming and saying that explain me the whole subnetting, that is not possible. But any minor doubts, feel free to ask anytime.
Okay, okay. And also, I just enrolled only for ENCOR. So is
That
this
is fine.
first? Okay. So can
Later
you
on,
tell
if you
me
decide,
the total duration of this course?
probably Encore we will target to finish up in 4 months.
Okay, done.
Yeah, Sonia.
Sorry, sir. It left it remained like that. I thought after I speak it would just go off. I'm sorry.
No worries. So, anyone having any further doubts, any queries?
So also on the it said like 9 p.m. IST, that would work really well for me. So could you like instead of
Mostly it
changing it
would
to
be
it would
9
be
p.m.
okay,
or maximum 30 minutes prior. It is not going to change beyond or prior to 8:30 p.m. IST.
okay,
I don't ideally get free before 7:30 p.m. every day. So don't worry.
okay,
Majorly it is going to be 9 p.m. Maybe one day where there is some time change or just what do you call it? Adjustments is what we are focusing.
okay,
Maximum it is going to be 9 p.m. IST only.
okay, great. Thank you.
Go on. Any other doubts?
Sumit, this course
Go on.
or plus NRC, we are doing both now, or it is a separate entity? Both.
Encore is different. Once we are done with Encore, then we will be starting with NRC.
So it could be with the same package. This is what my ask is.
I guess someone from like Gaurav would be able to answer you that if in terms of packages, they are designing those things. I'm not really focusing on that aspect. Just get in touch with Gaurav regarding any kind of packages or any kind of such doubts.
As I have already enrolled for ENCOR, just
You have
wanted
already enrolled for Encore, so just get in touch. He'll give you better idea if you also want to go for NRC. They'll be able to help you out. Not a big deal.
take it.
Yeah, Vishal. Mohammed, feel free to take my name. I am not the boss. I'll always say, don't call me sir, boss. My name is Sumit. Just take my name. That is absolutely fine.
I will keep in mind.
Go on.
Sumit,
I'm audible.
I just
One
want
by
to
one,
ask.
one by one. Yeah.
Okay, Vishal, you can ask.
Yeah, this is Vishal here from Mumbai,
Yeah,
and
Vishal.
actually I'm currently working in a MNC company as a field service engineer,
Okay.
and currently working on LAN and WAN environment. And actually, I have knowledge of Cisco router and switches, and I'm looking for new job. And
Mm.
for this profile, I'm not getting any opportunity
Mm.
in any company. So they rejected my resume because that my current role is field service.
Okay.
And actually, I have knowledge of that voice technology, just like CCM,
Mm.
till version 12.x. Okay, that means configuration of that IP phones and troubleshooting IP phone related issue and configuring that means that IPCC environment. And but still I'm struggling to get any opportunity. So what kind of means what I mentioned in that CV means network, because my profile is different, means field services. because I configured that router, means that 1941 series router, means 4K series router, means basic level configuration. Once L2 engineer get remote access, he configure remotely all configuration, just like ACL configuration, whatever.
Understood. Now,
Yeah.
first of all, what is your current certification?
My current certification is CCNA. Means
NA,
it is
right?
already expired
It
August.
is already expired. Now consider it. I am a hiring manager who is looking for a resource. What value addition you are showing on your CV that will really make me interested in you?
Hello.
Hello, you getting my question? What value
Ye-
addition you are doing? You don't have any specific certifications, any extra additional things which I would really be interested and just to even arrange an interview with you. So CV is your first representation. If you don't have even a CCNA which is active, no one will really show an interest in you. So ideally, go through the curriculums first, go through the certification part, focus on certification, at least do till CCNP level. If you have enrolled for NSC, or if you are enrolled for 40 gate, go with NSC 4 certification. Once you add these on your CVs, anyone who is going through the CV at least will have some interest in um, talking to you, because field service engineer is not really relevant to majority of the jobs, and because you will have this kind of certifications, people will, at least you will get an opportunity to do internal job change or take an IGP into your existing company. Now with field services you may be lacking that kind of skills what ideally any of the hiring manager is looking for. Getting my point?
Yes, yes.
So go through multiple certifications, at least 2 certifications or 3 certifications. CCNA I'm not considering as a certification. So CCNP ENCOR and maybe CCNP NRC, and post that you can think to go with either one certificate of Palo Alto and or Fortinet, and then you will have combined things together. Like you will have a professional level certification into Cisco and one good level of certification, which is NSC 4 into Fortinet. Now, NSC have 7 different certifications starting from 1 to 7. 1, 2, and 3, these
Sumit, your voice is not coming.
Yeah, I'm also not hear
We
you.
cannot, we cannot hear you, sir.
That is
Hello, Amit.
Sumit.
Muji, we can't hear.
Hello? I guess I was talking on mute. Is it good now?
Yes, yes, correct.
Yes, yes.
Good,
Yeah, I was
audible.
talking
Yeah,
on
yeah.
mute.
Sir,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
after
can hear.
ENCOR NRC, I can do SD1 also, no? Amit, am I audible? Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, repeat your question. I believe there are some network
After
blips
the
happening on my
ENCOR
side.
NRC, can I do SD1 also?
Apart from ENCOR NRC, can I do SD-WAN? Is that your question?
Yes, yes, yes.
If you already know OSPF, or not OSPF, BGP, IPsec, and DMVPN, you can directly go with SD-WAN.
Okay, okay.
If you are not confident on these three, and if you are future or if you have a plan to do SD-WAN as your company requirement maybe, then you can enroll for NRC as a curriculum. Once that is done, then you can do SD-WAN.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, Sumit. I just confirm one thing. You will start also NRC part after ENCOR.
After ENCOR, I will be covering NRC. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, Sumit, this is Faizan, and
Yeah,
I
Faizan.
just want to, yeah, actually, I just want to know one thing. Last year, I finished my NRC, and and I didn't get time to join ENCOR. But now, because of some organization work and all, so now I'm free and I can join this course. But my target is to, I just want to know if after this Encore batch, can we go for CCI enterprise? Are you teaching that also, or what is the how much duration is required for completing CCI? And
To be
I
honest,
heard
I
from
am
my
not teaching. I am not teaching. Okay, first of all, you continue, then I will say.
yeah, one more thing. I heard that CCI enterprise is the most stable lab nowadays. So if we go with if we complete the CCI Encore, then we can go for CCI enterprise, right?
Okay, so first of all, I'm not following what exactly is happening in the world of CCI. I'm not teaching it. I don't know
Okay.
who is a trainer who is ideally covering up the CCI part or CCI as a technology. I'm not really aware about that. Now, with respect to CCNP and core, if you have done that, I mean, if once you complete it, 60-70% is getting covered. SD-WAN is still left. So if you are already done with SD-WAN, then you are good to go with CCI. I mean, CCI Enterprise as a curriculum. I don't know how much automation is being covered in CCI. So that's what you will have to explore in the blueprint of CCI Enterprise. Post that you will have to take a final decision. I feel you should talk to someone who is um, currently covering CCI because they will have a better idea on what exactly are the prerequisites required for from CCNP's perspective. But I feel, at least I feel, if I would have been at your place, I would have tried to cover NCORE, NRC, and SD-WAN, which ideally would cover 80 to 90% of the enterprise syllabus, CCI enterprise syllabus.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Anything else?
The duration in total?
For NP, NCORE, and NRC, 6 months.
Okay.
Combined.
Combined.
Don't really worry about the duration unless you have some hard targets to achieve. Like maybe if you're working with company and if they are asking you to complete the certification before December 31st or something like that. But if from learning's perspective, don't go on the timelines, I'll suggest. Because let me be very honest, you talk to anyone who is covering up the curriculum for you, and if they tell you we will get the CCNP, NCORE and RC within 4 months, we will teach you, understand what level of depth they will be able to achieve. And second, if they tell you we will cover it in 8 months, then um understand also this fact that are they telling you or are they teaching you a lot of configurations, a big topologies, just to give you a piece of satisfaction that now you are comfortable doing the things. Big topology is all about you are practicing the configurations. But why are you implementing it? What logic is getting implemented? You should be very clear about it.
Yep. Okay.
Anything else?
I think it's good to go.
Perfect. If there is nothing left, Gaurav, are you still there on this call? Sure, if he's there, he was traveling. If you're talking, you're on mute. On the screen, you can see the toll-free number and WhatsApp contact for further details.
Yeah, so
Gaurav,
guys, yeah, hi, Sumit sir.
go on, go on, go on.
This will be the weekday batch, like as you have already informed to them. So this is Tuesday and Wednesday, 9 p.m. Okay, So if you need any assistance, you have all the details on your screen. Okay, you can just text us, you can email to us, and we will be more than happy to assist you after that.
If no further doubts, we are good to close, and I'm hoping to see maximum participation from next week.
Sure, sir.
Thank you, Sumit, your valuable words and your valuable time.
Yeah, really, your guidance was absolutely awesome. And thanks for your guidance.
And anyone who is planning to enroll or have the things, just try to read a bit about VLANs, access ports, and trunk ports. That is going to be our first topic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Good night.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sumit.
Have a
Thank you
good
for
day.
information.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sumit.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Sumit,
Will there be any